Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, and I'm sorry I didn't put out a video last week, but with the mill down, we didn't have a whole lot of things going on, just catching up on some really small chores. A couple of things I want to tell you about first thing this morning. We had the two peacocks. Here's one of them right here. This is Mr. Redford. He is a red buff peacock. The other peacock, his name is Huey, and Huey has been gone. We don't know how long he's been gone, for at least a week. I don't know what happened to him. We didn't find a body or feathers or anything like that. We're hoping that he just took off to go find a mate and that maybe someday he will come back. I don't know what happened to him. The other thing is Matilda, our black Spanish hen that we spent $200 on a vet bill for her last year. She has passed away. She set on some eggs and she didn't actually hatch any of them. Her and Mr. Blue were in the pen together, and one morning I walked out there and she had passed. I don't know if Mr. Blue overbred her because he's a very heavy bird, and when the turkeys breed, the tom will stand on their backs and they'll basically just stand there for a while. So I don't know if he crushed her or if something else happened, but she passed away. So we are down to one turkey hen, and that is Miss Brown, our white Holland turkey. One other thing we did was we moved our Winnebago. It was sitting right here in this big wet spot. Here's the kitchen, the bedroom, and then the Winnie was right there. And we have moved it to up there. Now that's Tyler's camper. He's down in Florida working, but the Winnie is up there. And the reason we put it up there is because it is in the shade up there. I have all my canned goods in the Winnebago just for storage. It's like our pantry or our grocery store. And sitting down here where it was in full sun all day long. My jars were getting very warm, and I was a little worried that my canned goods were going to spoil. So we moved it up there into the shade, which we knew we were going to have to do at some point anyways, because our plan is to build a bathroom right here. It's just going to be like a 6x10 building, just big enough for a bathtub with a shower, washer, dryer, sink, toilet, you know, typical bathroom. But yeah, like I've said before, I really miss having a bathtub where I can soak in a hot bath when my back is hurting. So really looking forward to getting that done this summer, I hope. Fingers crossed, because we always have so many projects going on that it's hard to just say, okay, we're going to build a bathroom and then do it, because there's just so much going on all at once. So that is that. And then I want to send out a very heartfelt thank you to Jay of the 40 Acre Woods. He sent us something that it was, I don't even know the words. It was just fantastic. He sent us a box of blades for the sawmill, and we really appreciate it. And it's going to get us back on track as far as getting the barn done. We were sort of running out of small projects to do around here, waiting to get the sawmill going again. So it was perfect timing for that, and we really appreciate it. And Jay, like I said in the email, we really appreciate you, and if you ever make it down this way, I will bake you a cake. So today, guys, we are going to get the mill put back together. We did get the belts from Woodland Mills. We're going to put those on. We're going to check the bearings that sit behind the blade, and we're going to put on one of these new blades and see if we can get some straight cuts on the mill. All right, so we're down here at the mill, and it has been raining a lot this week, and it's supposed to rain again today and probably tomorrow. It just doesn't want to stop raining right now. So everything is really wet, and hopefully I'm not going to get too wet. But these are the new belts that we got, and got this paper in here that says the follower belt will ride loose. This is normal. You can see that. So all we can do is put it on and see what happens, right? The follower belt is this one, the one that just goes around this wheel, and then you have the drive belt that goes around that wheel and around the gears there. So everything is getting some rust on it from all this rain. Someday we really need to build a roof over this mill, which I would do, but this is not where I want to keep this mill. It's just sort of in the way here. I don't know where to put it where it would be out of the way. But let me put these belts on and we'll go from there.
Get it.
Hey, wow, this one's different than that one. This one's got teeth on it. This is a BX48. Whoops. So we should keep these tags in case we have to.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep, there's definitely loose on there. This is a BX71 belt. Alrighty guys, we got the mill all back together. We put the new belts on it, new blade on it. We put new blade guide bearings on it. We had already went down through and made sure the tracks were all the same distance apart all the way down. We have torqued the blade, so it should be like brand new, right? It should cut straight, unless there's another problem that we don't know about. Now, one problem we're running into is what to cut. We need a lot of lumber, but we have all these logs right here, and these are the logs that we were working on when we hit the 2 screws. So I'm a little hesitant to cut into these because they were all around the same cabin. So we can cut the logs that were at the top of the tree. Those should have been out of anybody's reach, so there shouldn't be any nails or screws in them. Problem with that is the tops are so small, I'm not going to get much lumber out of them, which, I mean, still have to cut them, but I don't really want to cut 1-inch slabs for the walls of the barn, because they're only going to be like 6 inches wide, and I'd much rather go with a bigger tree for the slabs for the walls. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what to cut now. We have some other logs that are bigger, but they're not long enough. These are the only ones we have that are long enough. So Eddie went to find a chain. We're gonna pull out the small logs, the ones that were at the top of the tree, and we will cut those and pray that there are no nails in them. Well, the boards aren't perfect, but they're a lot better than they were. I see a couple of dips right at knots, but other than that, these are so much better than what they were before. Yeah, I'm a lot happier with this. Good morning, guys. Today is Wednesday and it is pouring. It's supposed to rain all day today and possibly tomorrow too. So I guess we're not going to get anything done. Everything is soaking wet. Look at that nasty sky. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday and it is still rainy. It's not raining at the moment, but it's been raining off and on all morning, and it's supposed to rain this afternoon. So still not going to get anything done. I did manage to can up some pinto beans yesterday since I was stuck inside in the rain. So I got some pinto beans canned up. I like to do that so that I can make burritos or chili or whatever without having to remember to soak the beans overnight and then cook them all day. And usually when I do that, they don't come out tender. So I prefer to can them up way before I need them. And then when I need them, I can just pour them out of the jar and use them up. So we got nothing going on. It's going to be a very boring video this week. It's just raining every day and everything is soaked. My sneakers are drenched constantly. Not good for your feet, but what are you going to do? I'm not going to walk around in rubber boots all day, every day. So my poor shoes, they're constantly soaked because the grass is wet, everything's muddy. Yeah, so that's what's going on around here. Just a whole lot of rain and a whole lot of babies. This mama hatched out 4 chicks. She had a whole bunch of eggs, and I took a bunch of them and put them in the incubator, and I left her with 4 eggs, and she managed to hatch them all and keep them all alive, and she's a great mom. We do have one other baby. And this is the mother that I was really worried about because she killed the first chick that hatched. And I left her with 1 egg. Oh, I see the baby. They're trying to stay out of the rain. Hi, sweetheart. Where's your mama? Where's your mama? This is actually the mother right behind me. But she's a good mother. She usually stays right with the chick. The chick's getting older now, so she probably doesn't stay with it as much, but this is their house for now until the chick is old enough to go in the hen house and roost with everybody else. And once that happens, then the rabbit can have their cage back. That's all that's going on today. We'll probably just piddle around with some small stuff. I am starting I'm building a bed for Michael. It's a loft bed, and I bought the plans offline and I'm just following that. But I'm getting real tired of his bed. He's just got one of those little metal frames, you know, and you put the mattress on it, and his mattress just keeps falling off the end of it. I don't know why, but the frame doesn't seem to be big enough. So I'm tired of that, and I want to get this bed built for him. I actually had to buy lumber for this because the sawmill's down and I didn't manage to dry any lumber for his bed. So I actually had to go and buy lumber, and oh my gosh, it's so expensive. And I am so glad that we have that sawmill, because if I had to buy lumber for everything, we wouldn't build anything around here. We just wouldn't be able to afford it. I've got the plans here on my computer. Fix this, build that. He's got a YouTube channel if you want to check him out. And I'm gonna, you know, cut up all the pieces, and then I'll probably spend the entire day sanding them all. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, and Eddie and I just got back from our trip up north to pick up insulation. And I wanted to show you what I've got done on Mikey's bed. So after dinner last night, I came out and I finished sanding the rest of the wood, and I stained half of it. And then 6 o'clock this morning, before I did chores, I came out and I stained the other half because I had to flip it over and do the other half of it. And yeah, so it's all done now. I am going to haul all this lumber into the bedroom and hopefully make a loft bed with it all. But once I get it done, I will show you what it looks like. Hopefully everything is right and it's gonna work out. Wish me luck. Well, I managed to finish the bed. It is super sturdy. It's not going anywhere. I think it looks good. I have some wipe-on poly I want to put on it now that it's all together, but I'm gonna wait a few days for that. Unfortunately, as much as I like this bed, it may have been a mistake, because you see, Michael doesn't like change, and he also doesn't like heights. So yeah, I built him a loft bed for a kid that doesn't like heights. I'm hoping he'll get used to it. He got up there once and he said, I don't really like it, so I don't know. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed he'll get used to it. My plan is for underneath was to build a desk and a bookshelf for all of his books, because the bed takes up so much of the room and his books are just on a metal shelf over here. So I really wanted to build a bookshelf and a long desk so he could have his computer and stuff underneath there. Maybe put some LED lights underneath there. Yeah, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he'll get used to it and he doesn't absolutely hate it. If he hates it and can't get used to it, I'll just chop the legs off and lower it down and he'll have a short wooden bed. I did have a backup plan. I thank you guys for sticking with me this week. I know it was kind of a boring week with all the rain, but it was nice to be able to get some other projects done, just some little chores and stuff like finishing the, or starting and finishing this bed. While it was raining, we were able to get some stuff done. So I'll see you guys next week. I gotta share one more thing with you. I had to go up to the garden and check it out because of all the rain that we've had. I've got the biggest onion ever. I have never grown an onion this big. And I cut the top off just so I could weigh it. So I want to show you what this thing weighs. So we're zeroed out. Onion on 1 pound, 14 ounces. That is a massive onion. I've never grown an onion that big. I'm excited. I'm happy about that. That's really neat.